everybody. Hi. Sorry, my mic unmuting was not nearly as fast because I had to rearrange how OBS works today. But you should be able to hear all of us now. So happy Friday, all. It's another night for Dallas by Night. Hey there, Chris. What's up? And we are really excited because we're doing duo weeks. So last week we did the premiere. The week before that, you could see all the preludes up on YouTube to meet our characters. And this week is cool because it's the first like little breakout. I'll let Madison do the overall like recap of what happened last week, but I will say at the end of the episode we got separated. So RJ and I's characters ended up together, and Zach and Cress's characters ended up together. So that's how you'll be seeing us for the next 2 weeks. Tonight you'll follow RJ and I's storyline. Next week you'll follow Zach and Cress. Otherwise, the only rediscovery stuff that you need to know is that we're back on Wednesday night with another episode of The Electric State. Really excited to pop back into it. I missed it last week. So the whole crew will be back. Me, Zach, Danny, Vixie, and and Joe. I like completely blanked on Joe's name and almost called Joe their character from our superhero DC game, and I was like, Felix is not Joe's name. But yeah, all 5 of us will be back around to do Electric State, and then here next week for this show, you'll see Zach and Cress, where RJ and I are sitting right now. One other special thing is tomorrow night we're doing a video game stream here, folks. I never do those anymore, but I'd like to get back into it, and so Danny, Sarah, and I will be playing a game together to show it off and see what happens. So you'll catch us here tomorrow night. I think at 8 Eastern is what we agreed on, but I'll double check and I'll post on social media tomorrow. As for our characters, since I am not the GM of this game, I play Vic Knight, who is a Toreador. And RJ, it's your turn. Perfect.
Hello, everybody. I'm RJ. You can catch me RJustice282 on all my social medias, where I'm normally retweeting wherever I go live when I do the actual play stuff. I'm in a lot of places. I think I might have overbooked myself, but hey, that's what we do. Today, I'll be playing Beauregard Cordell, who is a gangrel. Yiffy.
We love a gangrel.
Go ahead, Madison.
All right. Well, hello once again. I'm Madison. I'm your storyteller this evening. Last we left off with our ragtag group of anarchs. They were staked in the preludes, and they woke up to a babe of a woman, Cassidy Maldonado, who is the leader of Los Vaqueros, who are basically the de facto rulers of Dallas. And they were tasked with finding out who the hell is burning down all of the havens in Dallas. We don't know. Who can say? We got a few clues when local lawyer and nuisance Cosmo Novak, his haven was burned down. Vic and Beauregard checked the inside of the house as well as interrogated a few of the folks that were witnesses, while Daniel and Callie went to go around back, and they spoke to a very awesome young rat named Skeeter. Did I say as Skeeter, right?
I think so. I honestly forgot his name by now, but I do think
it was Skeeter. It was Skeeter.
Yeah, I was like, it was Skeeter, and his wife's name was Donna. I do remember Donna.
I remember it was Skeeter because it rhymes with cheater, like cheddar.
He would never do that to Donna.
Never.
He knows that she would walk out on him.
Not cheater, like cheddar, but.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll allow it. But and then they heard a twig snap and ran off in one direction, while Vic and Beauregard were left to take poor damsel in distress Cosmo Novak back to the Warrens, the Nosferatu Warrens, so that he could have a place to rest his poor little head. And with that, welcome once again to Dallas by Night. Once again, this is a mature story for somewhat mature people. Most of the time, mature people. Immature is more the thing, but adults. There will be a little bit of death and whatnot in this show, though not death, obviously, with the PCs, unless you guys do something crazy. But I don't think you'll do anything too crazy. Who knows?
Maybe.
But there will be a few mentions of death, a few mentions of dead bodies and whatnot. So if you're squeamish about that, come back later. Well, you can stick around for now, and then later is when it happens. So, you guys are in Beauregard's truck, and Cosmo is riding in the truck bed in the back. So, what song would Beauregard have? Because I'm assuming that it just has a cassette player and a radio, right?
It has the little attachment that plugs into the Zune so that it can go into the AM FM radio cassette style.
There you go.
And it is the wildest mix you've ever heard. Not because, because mostly of its contents. There is a lot of old country, but then for some reason, like city pop.
Ballad.
Oh god, what's her name? Miki Mitsushiba. Stay with me.
Great song.
Miki
Beauregard has
Mitsuhara.
great taste.
There's also Tatsuro Yamashita, Right on Time is on there. There's Glenn Campbell for some godforsaken reason.
He's just looking at his Spotify playlist right now.
Correct.
My Zune can connect to the internet?
Who knows?
Wait, what do you mean that I could listen to an unlimited number of songs online? Then what is the point of me having a separate device for it?
I think if Beauregard heard an ad, he would actually crumble to dust. I think if he heard an advertisement, he might die. I can't guarantee it, but
it's just ads for Outback Steakhouse that like blare through these very calm songs.
And the speakers are probably not the best quality. But
no.
Vic, what are you doing in the passenger seat? Are you vibing with the songs? Are you popping the head out the window? Who knows?
Window rolled down. Two, I am vibing when it's country music, and then I'm very confused when it gets to something else. And I kind of just look at Beauregard, and I'm like, I'm not gonna question this right now, but I have a lot of questions. I'm just not saying them out loud. My face also says I have a lot of questions, but again, I'm not going to ask them because I just met this man.
He'll just eye you through the rear view. It's gonna be a very long time before we hit the Warrens, so if you got any requests, questions,
I guess it's best to start at the beginning of things. You got any idea why Cassidy picked you for this ragtag mission or whatever?
Nope, no idea. I've mostly been on the fringes of vampire society doing my own thing, so.
Got it.
How about you?
There's a lot of reasons, if I'm being honest, that she could have gone with, but I don't quite know which one it is, or if it's all of them. I kind of only got into the whole vampire thing because my parent thought I'd be good for certain things that I decided I didn't want to go along with, so.
What generation are you?
I'm fairly new. I'm better at this than Callie, but I'm not nearly as experienced as you or Daniel, if that helps at all.
It is like a... Sorry, what's going on?
No, please go. Please go.
It's just like a little like stiffening in his shoulders because when he said he was on the fringes of Vampire Society, this man has gone to like one meeting in 50 years.
I don't even think that Vic necessarily knows how to like put where she is because her mom like made a big fuss of like, hey, I kind of need you right now, we're just gonna go ahead and do this, and like didn't really give her a heads up on anything else.
Okay,
so it's just like, I know I'm not as used to this as you two are, but I'm definitely not as new to this as Callie.
I feel real sorry for you turn of the century licks. Too soon to see anything real nice, but just old enough to get embroiled in all of our bullshit.
Yeah, something like that. I can't say that I got the full rundown of it all. It was more of a guess and check sort of situation this whole time, but I'm making by as best I can. You know, I'm on
Yeah.
my second name at least.
Oh, good for you. Not many make it to their second name, so buy a drink when we get back.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Everyone,
wait.
please roll a wits awareness. Just coming in, the cruelest thing I can do. Would you roll me a wits awareness? Looking for a difficulty of 3.
Oh, it's really great that this is one of my better things.
369.
Because you guys got the inside hookups to know that wits awareness is the role of vampire.
Literally made this
this
character
stream
sheet
of-
shoot with Zach, and Zach was like, "If you need one thing, it's wits awareness." And I was like, "Okay, cool,
Mhm.
got it."
Because you
this episode of Dallas by Night is sponsored by Wits Awareness. Wits Awareness.
It's like
the
if we were
only
Sesame Street.
dice pool you need. Yeah. This episode is sponsored by the letter V for vampire.
I have 3 successes.
There you go. That's
God
3 more than
forbid.
0. You ever think about that?
How many licks does it get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Let's
have
find out.
5 successes.
Whoa! Okay. You guys both notice that you are being watched the closer you get to Union Station.
I will reach behind into like the little slidey window of the cab and undo that. And hey, Mr. Cosmo, we're almost to the Warrens, correct?
The Warrens are beneath the Union Station.
We're almost to the Warrens, and I think Union Station's got eyes on us. Is there anything I need to flash or?
Oh, no, just my name ought to get us in there. I'm pretty sure it's the werewolves who are eyeing you. They like to keep a good eye on Union Station, but we're friendly with them. He says this as his little greasy hair is the one that he has combed over is like flopping in the wind. Yeah. And it makes a slapping sound. Like it's not like the hair, it makes a slapping sound.
All right, if you say so. And he'll quickly close the cab window and turn the music up a little bit louder.
You can still hear faintly as it goes.
Vic, honey, I ain't trying to make a turn.
So, how fucked are we? If we're being followed, that is. Which is what I presume is happening right now. I have not taken my eyes off the rearview mirror this whole time.
What do I roll for that? Storyteller?
To roll for if you know if
for
you
very
think you're being
specifically,
followed?
how fucked are we? What's
What's
that roll?
Wits insight, I guess.
Okay,
Insight to yourself.
I have that. I have that.
I don't know. Let's do wits insight.
Great.
I don't know.
2
Phenomenal.
successes.
2 successes. How many
Yeah.
successes did you get, Vic?
Oh, I didn't know I was rolling 2. Hold on. I thought this was
It's only
for-
if you wish to. If you
No,
wish to.
I
roll
would.
wits
I would
insight.
like to know how fucked I am. Wits insight. Let's see. That's 5 dice. Hold on. That's not horrible.
Mallory, I will tell you now, Beauregard is specialized, but he is not smart.
3. I have 3.
He died on the trail. 2 and 3. I will say that Beauregard, you think you're like a little bit fucked, but not like egregiously. Vic, you think you guys are gonna be okay. Like it's like the following doesn't. You get the vibe that it's not malicious following, and it's not malicious eyes on the cab kind of
Oh.
thing.
It's good to be cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cautious, but like it's probably fine.
Yeah, cautious, but you know that like Union Station, the Warrens, they're gonna be highly watched. They're someone else's territory technically, and they're also Nosferatu territory, which the Nosferatu, you do not see any Nosferatu except for Cosmo, which means that there's about 10 of them watching you right now, give or
Okay.
take.
from a
enough.
satellite.
Yeah. ShrekNet. No, but like they,
Perfect.
you know, the joke is that if you don't think you're being watched, you don't think you're being, you know,
No, you
spied
definitely
on.
are.
There's a Nosferatu somewhere around there, and he heard everything, and now he's going to use that about 110 years to blackmail you. So,
Cool.
Cool.
And honestly, fair enough. Good for you. Get your
Yeah.
bag.
He'll wait though. Like he'll let you get into a false sense of security, but then he'll.
Yeah, no, for sure.
know.
As a criminal, I respect it. I don't like
You're
it when
what?
it happens to me, but I respect it.
Oh, what now?
That wasn't in the accent. I didn't say it as Vic.
A criminal.
I hit.
I have a crime lord
I'm
in my
an
midst.
idiot. I hit my dongle and it killed my camera.
I was supposed to say you're very frozen right now.
Yeah.
Wait, there we go.
First, in the pre-chat, he was talking about his penal code, and now he's talking about his dongle.
Hey.
Don't worry, chat. I'm a professional. The minute I have RJ back, I'll put him back where he belongs.
There we go.
There we go. I didn't even have to replace it.
No,
He's back.
I hit my
Perfect.
dongle too hard.
Welcome back, Slim Shady.
It happens to all of us, man. Sometimes we just hit our dongle too hard. You know what I'm saying? It just.
That's why you wear a cup during sports.
So you don't hurt your dongle.
Yeah, so you don't hurt your dongle.
As someone who's played baseball,
Amen.
it doesn't help.
Oh, okay.
It's
You
okay.
heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dallas by Night
Sports talk.
information stream.
Where you find
sports
out
chat.
the nerd
This is
played
now a
baseball.
sports podcast. You guys want to talk about the baseball game that?
God,
No,
they
I
kept on
don't.
pitching to Oshitani, and like all of the shots were low and inside, and fucking.
I don't know what's happening.
did you-
Somebody come rescue me. I don't know sports.
Oh, what the?
RJ,
fuck?
did you dongle again?
No, it. Hold on, please.
Anything could happen.
I feel like there needs to be like a technical difficulties and a bum 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 bum.
That is how it got edited in the preludes, because there was a technical difficulty at one point, and so we just put in a little technical difficulty screen between. I don't know if me or Danny did that part, but I think it might have been Danny.
Please.
go.
There we go.
There we go.
I don't know what happened there that time, so let's continue before it happens again.
Yeah.
There you go. So you make it to Union Station, and if you've ever been to Union Station, it's big. It's big, and one of the ladies in there is really mean, and I know that from experience. She was very mean to me. I was like, "Hi, do you mind if we look around here? We're doing a show." And she's like, "No." Okay, cool. Which fair enough. Maybe she got a job that she got to do. But you're at Union Station, and it is a big old building. It's very fancy and has columns and everything. It's one of those buildings. The Eddie Bernice Johnson Union Station, and it's closed for the night. Obviously, it's the middle of the night and it's late at that, so you can't like super really get inside the physical building. But that's okay, because you don't need to get into the physical building. You just need to go to the back, where the like train stations are, the actual station where like the stops are and where you get on and off the train, the railway and everything, and the red line and whatnot.
And if I, as Beauregard, park my truck in their service parking lot, who's to say it doesn't belong there? It's a beat up Chevy.
Yeah, and especially this late at night, unless you leave it overnight, you're not going to get it towed. So you are parked. I would say, would you say you'd park close to the railway, not like in front of the building, but kind of in the back, close to the railways?
Yeah, like a couple of feet away from a street lamp.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see a few of the lights on the around the railway. You see a few guys in a mechanic, something like this, a mechanic's like,
Jumper onesie.
Jumper, yeah, that's the word. Fit, and they're kind of like, grayish blue. You see one guy with a trucker hat, kind of, pointing and ordering people around. Cosmo, to his credit, hops out of the truck bed and leans sort of on the front of the truck and waits for you guys to get out. He doesn't seem worried at all about these people. He doesn't seem like he's bothered. If anything, he's the most relaxed he's been all night.
If that's the vibe, that's the vibe.
Yup.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna stick with Cosmo.
Cosmo starts towards the group of men. It looks like he's gonna go talk to them. And that is when the man in the trucker hat turns around. You have never met this man. But he is fairly short. He's got a little scruffy beard and a mustache. And he has a trucker hat that says undiagnosed, but something ain't right. He's wearing a Dickies and a gray mechanic jumper that says Earl. He's wearing wire rimmed glasses, and the enamel has chipped off of the frames. And as soon as you guys approach, he sort of gets a hostile look on his face. Like his brows furrow. He looks at you guys like he doesn't trust you, and he goes, "Who are you people?" "I know him." He points to Cosmo. "Who are you two?"
Friend of Cosmo's. Somebody tried to set his place ablaze today, and we went and
Wow.
rescued him, brought him here.
I wouldn't say tried if they successfully burnt down his place.
Well, they successfully burnt down his place, but they didn't kill him.
So call us his escort for the night.
Right. Didn't ask. Name and clan. You guys bloodsuckers?
One, you did fucking ask because you said, "What are you doing here?" Two, Beauregard Cordell, clan gangrel, motherfucker.
No. So you're what's the Mean Girls quote? A less hot version of me. Got it. What about you?
The name's Vic. I'm a Toreador, as you might
Got it.
find.
So, Prissy and Knockoff. You guys headed to the Warrens, I guess?
That's the plan.
Cool. I will escort you, since that is technically my job. Name's Cedar. Don't fuck with the trains unless you want to fuck with me. And I am a lot stronger than you two. And he says it with pure confidence. Context clues will tell you him saying that gangrels are a less hot version of him. You can almost guarantee that that is a werewolf that is directing you to the Warrens at this moment. And he could kill you.
Doesn't mean he has
Werewolves
to be an
are
asshole about it.
Yeah, it's not like you don't
Werewolves-
be a dick, but sure.
are notoriously enemies of vampires, which is why it's so unique that they seem to have a somewhat amicable
relationship.
with the Nosferatu. At the very least, the Nosferatu, and the rest of of you bloodsuckers. But yeah, so he walks you over the tracks. Even though they're not running, he checks both ways. He's safety minded and OSHA certified. So,
Oh fuck, we've got an audit next week.
Mhm.
Damn.
He's OSHA certified. So if you need help, ask Cedar.
Or RJ.
and he
too
leads
is OSHA
you-
certified.
Yeah, I was gonna say RJ. I was just so bad.
So there you go. So in another universe, you're Cedar, which is a compliment. Cedar's one of my favorite characters.
Even though
I
he
thought
is kind of a fucking dick.
Oh, absolutely. But every time you see him, he will have a different trucker hat, and it will be funny every time.
Phenomenal.
Please, if he appears in Zach and Cress's, could he have the hat that reads "Men fear me, fish fear me, women fear me, I'm so alone"?
Yes,
Yes.
because I wanted some variant of the "Women want me, fish fear me" hat, because that's my favorite. Or is it "Fish want me and women"? So he leads you to this doorway, and the only way I can describe it, having physically been to this place and seen it and went, "Oh fuck, I need this to be my Nosferatu Warrens." It is a creepy, long stairway. That's the only way I can describe it. It goes down forever. The stairs are creepy, the rails are creepy, the concrete walls are creepy. It's dark even in the middle of the day. So it's pitch black tonight. And it leads to a nondescript metal door. That is not a joke. That is what it really looks like. And you think that you're going to get murdered. Cedar stops at the top of the stairs. He doesn't go further than that. And he says, good luck to you two. And Cosmo is the one who leads you down the creepy stairs and through the creepy metal door.
Unfazed.
Once you're a vampire, like creepy stairways are kind of like part of the gig, you know?
I lived in the Old West. Everything out here is fucking creepy.
I seen shit you've only seen in your nightmares. And there you go.
I've seen what dysentery does to a body. That shit is haunted.
Me too. I've played Oregon Trail.
Correct.
And every single time I died midway through because thieves came and stole all my shit. And then, speaking of shit, I got dysentery. Welcome to Dallas by Night. This is our Oregon Trail podcast.
Yeah, they're pretty close together.
Yeah, fair enough.
Same thing. You guys are basically playing Oregon Trail right now.
Oregon Trail.
Yeah, there you go. That's actually also a fun game.
I was about to say, Oregon Trail is a good name for a Vampire the Masquerade thing. Saving that for later.
Yeah. Listen, you could modify something like a Dark Ages, like with like their attributes and disciplines. And I'm just saying, you've got something there. And I want to be a part of that, by the way, if you ever do anything.
Understood.
Anyway, so Cosmo leads you down this long straight hallway, and it goes both ways. Like behind you guys is like the door out of this place, and in front of you is just a long ass hallway with a bunch of ugly ass plants, like potted plants that are kind of shoved in an alcove and look miserable. And he walks you down, and further on, this leads to a hotel that was having a board game convention while we were there on the anniversary of JFK's death, which was it was a weird weekend.
Wild.
Doing research for this. It was a weird weekend. But he leads you off before the hotel and turns to the right into another straight hallway through an unmarked door. And then he takes you down another hallway to another metal door with a Judas window.
Judas.
And he makes a series of knocks and the window pops open. You see two horribly bloodshot eyes. I mean, like red. There's no white left. It's all red. And they peer out and you hear in a gravelly voice, "Password." And Cosmo goes, "Sunrise." The door opens and you are greeted by a smiling woman with burns across about 90% of her body. A few are still they look like open sores. They're oozing and they're wet and red. She keeps her body mostly covered. There's a beanie on her head and long sleeves with long jeans, but it's still visible like on her hands and like her, what you can see. Which is just she seems like she's not in pain, so it's just a sign of like what the Nosferatu curse can do to someone. And as soon as she sees you, she says, "Come on in, Novak. Tell me about your new friends." "Yeah, you jokers come on in too. Meet around the town square with us. I'm Bambi, by the way. Nice to meet you."
Bambi's a real pretty name. I'm Vic. That's Beauregard.
He removes his hat politely.
I had to reveal the joke around the password. It's from the First Bloodlines. It's like your password into the first computer. So, yeah. So as soon as you guys greet Bambi, or Bambi greets you rather, she kind of waves you in, that southern hospitality. She pulls up a few chairs for you, and kind of old and rickety and metal, but they're not the worst chairs you've ever sat in. Um, there is like a TV set up that's playing like cartoons, old cartoons like Mighty Mouse and stuff like that. Um, and then you see one other Nosferatu that's in the room currently, and he is hunched over a computer, just absolutely just you can hear loud music coming from the headphones he wears, like heavy metal. And he's typing out some kind of code. Unless you have any in technology, you probably wouldn't recognize it. But
Oh, sure. Let me roll that.
let me roll my technology, Beauregard.
I have one in technology. I doubt it is enough to get
I
it
do.
to
I
do
have
that.
nothing.
Nothing in technology. But he is wearing a oh, what are they called? Like those augmented reality glasses, but they're not
Like
like the fugly
Oculuses.
ones. They're not the ugly ones that are out. He's clearly made this himself, and it's very like
Watch
can't
Dogs.
like no, it's like it's almost like Mad Max esque of like metal and like I don't it's just like having trouble describing it, but like it's like I can see it in my head, but I can't verbalize it.
A
But
pair
it's
of
like
goggles
metal,
with like metal spikes on it.
yeah, basically with like a bunch of spikes and cool additions on it. But it covers about this much of his face. So you can only see like his mouth, which he has chewed his lips up to oblivion. It looks like they're like red and sores and stuff. Um, but is basically ignoring you guys at this point. Effectively, he could care less that you guys are here. But Bambi sits you down and goes, "Well, welcome. What brings y'all here?"
Oh, we were asked a favor to start looking into those arsons that have been happening around town, and
Oh,
I'm afraid somebody
yeah.
got Cosmo's place earlier. We
Really?
yeah, we got to him before they could hurt him, so we brought him here. But the place itself is pretty up in flames at this point, or rather, burnt to the ground.
Mhm.
So we're just looking for any information anybody might have that can point us sort of in the right direction to go.
Yeah. Well, hmm. Mesquite might have some information, and I know that Spike is a real tech head. So, I mean, he might be able to look into like. And then she kind of turns to Cosmo. She cuts off her own sentence. She turns to Cosmo. And she goes, "Didn't you get like state of the art sprinkler systems?" And that is when Cosmo goes into begins to go into a long, drawn out explanation of how they, you know, broke and everything. And Bambi cuts him off about midway through, and she goes, "I don't need the full story. The first
Oh,
sentence would have done well." And Cosmo seems to be silent after she says this. For some reason, she's saying something somewhat mean, as you would perceive, but he takes it in a good light. So,
uh, sorry, Mr. Cosmo. Would you, or Mr. Novak, would you happen to still have the card of that window company that you had hired to fix your window?
well, no, that's Rita's normally the one who handles all of that. Um, I reckon I could call her, get the number for you.
Yeah, well, with the help of your fellow Nosferatu, we might be able to look into who's behind that company.
Of course, of course. So he pulls out his cell phone.
No signal. We're underground.
Well,
It's
suspend your
Nosferatu. Yeah.
suspend your disbelief for a moment. He pulls out his cell phone and he flips it open and he dials a number from memory. And he holds his phone up to his ear and he goes, "Rita, so sorry to wake you, darling." And, talks for an exorbitant amount of time. Um,
God, I
uh,
miss alcohol.
mhm.
Yeah, every
Bambi,
day.
meanwhile, goes to a fridge and holds up two blood bags. And she goes, while he's talking on the phone, she meows, "You guys are hungry."
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she, pops the tabs off and rips them and squeezes them into two mugs. One mug that she gives to Vic is very much a grandma mug. It has this beautiful little floral pattern on it. and in like almost black letter font, it says Gladys underneath it.
No.
And for Beauregard, she gives you a cup of blood with a raccoon on it, and it says, "I'm not a smart feller. I'm a fart smeller,"
Phenomenal.
which are 2 mugs that I genuinely own, except it's a possum on mine. But I do own a mug that says Gladys, and I
Gladys on
bought
it?
it just for the fun of it. It's one of my favorite mugs, and my friend Anna got me the fart smeller one. So she hands you these, and she goes, she's being real polite. Essentially the equivalent of vampiric hospitality. She's making sure you're fed.
Yeah.
And so if you had more than 1 dot of hunger, you could take down to 1.
Yay, 1 hunger.
And Cosmo, after that, closes his phone and he goes, "I have the number," in a very grandiose way.
867
So he gives you the number 214-555-0184, which is a spoof number. I did my research. And
it seems they've called us from a virtual phone.
And it leads to Fitz Handyman Services, which is what you hear from the man sitting at the computer. He goes, "Fitz Handyman Services. Owner is Jared Fitz." And then he sort of frowns and he kind of waves you guys over.
Doop.
Give me a wits investigation.
Do I just roll 3 dice because I have 0 investigation?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And while you guys are investigating, Bambi goes, and this is Spike, by the way. And Spike just goes, "Hey."
Pleasure meeting.
Man of many words,
Yep.
My kind of guy.
3 successes.
3 successes?
No successes.
No successes. Did you get a skull on your hunger dice?
I'm using a roller and the symbol's red. What does that mean?
Okay. If it doesn't have a skull on it, then that means that I don't get to have fun.
I'm pretty sure this tells me if I do a bestial failure. Yes, it does.
Okay. Cool. No fun for Madison.
Boo! Roll more bestial failures and messy crits.
Well, I'm trying.
So with a 3, you can, Spike starts going through Jared's social media. His social media is private, but you can see that he worked for a tour guide company, and he quit about last year, you can assume, just because it says that he no longer works there. Looking at the tour guide socials, this man is not a socialist, but he, looking at the socials of the tour guide area, he was on the socials one day, and then all of a sudden he stopped being on the socials.
What kind of tours?
Just tours of tours around the city, around the cathedrals and all of the the JFK spots, Dealey Plaza and stuff like that. As well as just general Dallas tourist things. The big giant spinning restaurant or whatever. Or, oh gosh, I took a TikTok of it. A new hand touches the beacon.
No.
I can't remember what. Yeah, Reunion Tower. That's what it is. Stuff like that, like observation decks and everything. Basically, it's a tourist trap. But yeah, he was on there for a little bit. You see him. He looks sort of like a nerdy guy. But you can tell that his Facebook profile hasn't been updated in a while, so he may not look like this anymore. But he looks very scrawny in these pictures. But that's about all you can find out about him on on old Jared. J-Rod.
Please don't ever use that word in front of me again.
Jay?
I get, yeah, that's fine.
As soon as you guys are done looking at that page, another Nosferatu walks in. And as far as like Nosferatu go, she looks like what you would imagine a Nosferatu would look like. She has like the, pointed ears. She kind of looks bat-like, sort of uneven mottled skin. And she sort of has an air of authority as she walks in. And she looks to Cosmo, looks to Bambi, and then looks towards you two, and she goes, "You two are new."
Just here for the night.
Okay, cool. Well, Mikasa is Sukasa.
Thank you very much.
Name's Mesquite.
Cool one. I'm Vic.
Friends call me Bo.
Nice to meet you too. Hopefully, the welcoming brigade didn't give you too much trouble.
Oh, something about me being prissy and him being a knockoff. I'm sure it's just fine.
Oh yeah, Cedar gets that way. He's a sweetheart when you're not a vampire. Sort of the vampire thing that kind of turns him into the biggest asshole I've ever met.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe too. He was like not winning the trophy in my mind for biggest asshole, but now that I know he's endorsed, I think I will give it to him.
He deserved it. He's done a lot of work to earn biggest asshole. But hey, you haven't met Camaria in Fort Worth yet, so
oh, I assure
I'd say
you that I have.
Save the award because
yeah, no, that's why
that's all she does. She goes,
yeah, that's why he didn't win the trophy automatically. But don't worry, he can tie with some of those people as far as I'm concerned.
Climbing up the ranks, fair enough. So I'm assuming you're Cassidy's?
Yeah.
And it seems like she knows.
Yeah, we're two of Cassidy's. The other two have run off somewhere. Not sure where. Not sure when we'll hear back from him either. I wouldn't worry about it. He doesn't seem to, and one of them's his kid.
Well, it's good that you have a good relationship with your child. Not everybody has that.
I wouldn't call it good. He could write me more often.
Well, right. God, how old are you?
I'm old enough to do all that math.
Fair enough. I stopped counting after 100.
Oh, I'm older than you. Yay.
I said I stopped counting after 100. You don't know how old I am.
That was RJ. The years do start to blend together after a while.
Yeah.
Long.
I got a little excited when Y2K was gonna happen. I thought that was gonna be something bigger.
Yeah, that one was a big disappointment, wasn't it?
Bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
Beauregard looks befuddled.
Oh, he was far on the trenches and not paying attention to anybody by that point, I think.
Y2K, the computers were gonna we thought the computers were gonna stop because of like a time thing.
Yeah,
it was gonna like roll
like
it was
go
like
to the year
1999 and it was gonna mess up everything. And
they were like, it's gonna break it because apparently, like where everything's in a looking back on it, doesn't make much sense, does it? But like
no,
then
but they did. It was really funny, and we did sell a bunch of those like emergency like big bucket rations to a bunch of people, and we made a shit ton of money off of them.
Yeah, business was good back then. A lot of people were like, I need such and such to like get through to the second phase. Like, what about if my identity, blah 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 blah. I don't really know, but I just started making people a shit ton of stuff. Made a lot of money and a lot of blood back then.
You're a forger?
It was good. Yeah, I am.
Glazed over.
He's gone.
Oh,
I'll
give me a home.
I didn't know that. I'll be in contact with you.
Yeah, for sure.
We're always in need of a good forger.
Yeah, anything you need. I do masks, I do certificates, I do paintings.
Very cool. All right, cool. I'll keep you in mind. And after she says that, you hear Spike speak up.
Oh, thank God.
He goes, something weird's going on by the stadium in Arlington.
What kind of weird?
And like weird. There's a body out there, and like there's like I'm sweeping. I usually keep an eye on most of the tech that goes through like the Dallas and Arlington area. I don't really get much out of Fort Worth, but like I keep my eyes on like the tech there, and I've seen a few videos, a few live streams of like a dead body with like a stake in it.
People are live streaming that shit, for Christ's fucking sake.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised what people
There
put
ain't no
on the
cricks in
internet.
that area.
Spike literally has to reboot his brain once you say that. He goes,
Don't worry about him, Spike. I'll get him out there, I guess.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
knowledge in technology has a very huge gap in it because I know how to operate a cell phone and a Zoom.
And a Zune. But that's it.
And that's it.
I was
A
shown
fax
the
machine,
buttons.
maybe, if we're lucky. A fax
If we're lucky.
Oh, you mean the telegram machine?
There we go.
There you go. He has one of those old-timey phones in his house with like the Alexander Graham Bell where he used to hold it up like this.
I've upgraded to rotary, please.
Ooh. Fancy.
It's the aesthetic of it.
There you go. As soon as Spike mentions it, Mesquite sidles up to you guys. She goes, "Hey, want to cut a deal?"
What kind of deal?
The kind of deal where I give you the full power of the Nosferatu to help find the people that fucked with Cosmo's Haven, and you go to the stadium, get the information that you were already going to get, and you bring it back to me.
And that's all you want?
I want that information. And I want all the information you can get, because if I have any intuition left in these old bones, I know who's going to be there, and I want information on them.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
First and foremost, who do you think is going to be there?
That's for me to know and for you to find out, I suppose.
I have been led onto ambushes with more information than this.
Don't worry, it's not an ambush. I doubt she'll kill you.
You doubt she'll kill me.
Oh, yeah, no. You guys have a lot of information, and she loves information about as much as I do.
Interesting. Can I at least have either a name or a physical description?
Her name is Nydia.
Nydia.
And now you are formerly of the Camarilla. Do you have anything in politics?
I think I do have something in politics.
This one time I tried to run for governor.
I have 2
So
dots
go
in
ahead.
politics.
Go ahead and give me. Oh, I forgot. I have your sheet like right up here. Go ahead and
you
give
had
me
the version before I switched a couple things around, but yes, you do have my.
Oh yeah. We'll go wits and politics.
Wits and politics, cool.
Because it's on the fly.
Four successes.
4 successes. That's pretty good. You know exactly who she's talking about. And the last time you met this person, you were Camarilla through and through. And that is the sheriff. She is the big dog. She is Banu Hakim. And she does not fuck around. But she will not kill you until she has extracted every morsel of information that she can out of you. And then she might kill you. But she won't kill you immediately. You have an opportunity.
Noted. Oh,
But yeah, Nydia
Nydia.
Carmona is her name.
Yeah, Nydia and I have a history of sorts. I don't think she'll take very kindly to seeing me, but she certainly won't kill me.
Well, that's all you can really ask from her.
Yeah, just about.
Well, let her know I said hey.
I sure will. Come on, Bo. We got places to be and people to see and dead bodies to get shit on, I suppose. I'll explain in the car how I know Nydia.
Let me lead you out the shortcut. And Mesquite just kind of pulls you forward and walks down a few halls. You can hear actually a few other Nosferatu sort of skulking about. You can hear like clacks of keyboards. You can hear rock music. You can hear people on the phone. Just sort of, this is just like a little living community for the Nosferatu. And there are a lot more than you thought that there were. And Mesquite leads you to the stereotypical ladder that goes up to a manhole. And she gestures up and she says, "Au revoir," or whatever the French say.
Something like that. We'll be back with your information.
And she walks off. And as soon as you guys muscle that manhole open, you're actually not that far from your truck, excuse me. My father would kill me if I called the truck a car. I'll always be like, "Yeah, are we going in your car?" And he goes, "My truck." Ooh.
So
Hey,
between
snooty old man.
So between you and me, just how prepared do I need to be?
She's feisty and a fighter and likes information more than she likes money, that's for sure. But she won't kill you unless you give her all the information you got and she can tell. Or if you maybe have a large bounty on your head, which I did at one point, but that's been dropped now, so it's fine.
And what about those of us who are lacking in information? Do I have to worry about getting staked instantaneously, or
No, you just have to stick with me. Because I have more information than that woman could ever want.
mental
And that is
note?
true. And on that note, as you guys hop into your Chevy, I will call a bio break.
Wonderful.
Wunderbar.
Hi, Arg. Thanks for coming in and for the follow, buddy. It's nice to see you. We're going to go ahead and take like a 10-ish minute break. We will be right back to the three of us where you all get to hear more, it seems, maybe about Vic's life and where Vic came from before all this. So we will be back in just a few. Grab a snack, grab a water, tell your friends that we're live, and we'll see you in just a few. Go.
Hello. So over the break, RJ's internet decided to, as the kids say,
Shit the
shit
bed.
the bed.
Yep, correct.
Stinky doo-doo in the Betty Bye. And so we have decided that we're going to modify it. This stream will end now. I know, booze and
I
sadness.
know,
But
big booze and sadness. I'm real sad about it, guys.
and by but I mean however, next week we will have the duo stream for the first hour with Zach and Cress, and then the second hour
We'll be back.
we will have all four of our lovely vampires to muck up Dallas as they please.
And I promise you'll
And
learn all about all of Vic's bullshit next week in the van. We will come back to the van. I will tell all the bullshit.
though, there is a silver lining to this, though, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. I now get to quiz Mallory about Vic's backstory, and I get to implement even more pain and suffering.
I'll take it. I deserve that.
The best part.
I own this channel. Someone's got to take the brunt of it. I suppose it should be me. So
Yeah.
let's do that. You and I will collaborate this week. We'll talk more about Vic's backstory, how she used to be straight up Camarilla back in the day before things went sideways with Mom. And we'll learn more about them, and hopefully RJ will have stable internet again next week.
Fingers crossed.
Thanks for coming to hang out.
This stream
tonight,
is
though.
not sponsored by Optimum.
It is not. Quite frankly, Optimum internet is really rough. And I can say that because my parents have it, so I'm allowed to talk shit on Optimum internet. So like I said earlier, other housekeeping things for this channel, you can see us back here on Wednesday for the Electric State, me and Zach, as well as Danny, Joe, and Vixie. We'll all be back for episode 3 of the Electric State. We will all be back here, all 5 of us, next week. You'll see Zach and Cress in the beginning. Me and RJ will come in after the break, and we'll all be together again, one big happy vampire family. And then tomorrow
I'll
night,
be here the entire time.
Madison will be here the whole time putting us through shit. And tomorrow night you can catch me right here with a different overlay doing a video game stream. Danny, Sarah, and I are going to play some games and see what we can do around the internet. We'll see what happens. I think we're playing We Gotta Go, but I'm not totally sure.
Ooh.
So we will see you back here tomorrow night. Thanks for hanging out. Madison, plug yourself.
You can find me on Blue Sky, Bethany Esda, but a C instead of an A in Bethany. And then I sometimes occasionally never stream on I'm a Jedi Babe. IMMAJEDIBABE. You've probably seen me in the chat. So you can follow me there, but no promises. I never do anything on that anyway. But yeah. I will also be, I guess I can semi float this. I will be GMing for Nerds with Dice's Pride event in June. So I'll be working on that and Dallas by Night and my home Death in Space game. So
heck yeah. And for RJ, I'll say RJ can be found at rjustice282. He's really wonderful. He's on Luck and Chaos on the Hype Goblins channel. So is Zach that does the Electric State and is on this show on every night that's not tonight. And so is Abby and Satan and Sarah, and they're all wonderful. And he also plays in a game on Saturdays. It's a Good Society game that's on,
and it's cool.
Gaming nights. I want to say.
And there's a wedding coming soon.
Yes.
There's a betrothal, I think. Yeah.
It's really cool.
So.
We're going literally off what RJ told us right before we started the show. So I am so sorry if any of those details are wrong. And RJ and anyone else at that table, please don't hunt me down for that. I'm trying really hard to plug my friend who cannot plug himself.
Maybe you need to go watch it, and then you'll know the truth.
Right. I win. I think that's also the game that Sid plays in. Sid was in Jollywood with RJ and I and Danny. They play in that game together. So yeah, that's gonna be how we fix this small technical emergency situation, everybody. I'd love to tell you that I have a better fix than that, but unfortunately I don't power the internet, nor do I own an internet company. If I did, things would be a lot better in this world. That's all I'm saying. So, see you back here tomorrow for video games. See you back here Wednesday for the Electric State. And see you back here next week for another episode of Dallas by Night. One that's longer and has more fun, less internet problems. You know, that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
we
In
hope.
the meantime,
Knock on wood.
love yourself, take care of each other, and go have a super magical adventure. See you back here tomorrow night. Goodbye, everybody.